Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Kadash. I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. This quick video I'm going to play is billionaires that's prepping for the apocalypse with state-of-the-art doomsday bunkers, right? So we're just going to get straight into the video.
Seth, co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend, is here. Now, Pete, I think that some of these bunkers are bigger than the houses that you and I grew up in, but you've got a bunker, and that it doesn't surprise me to hear that. What kind of bunker are you building out there?
A very simple bunker, Brian. I thank Griff for the shout out. I don't have billions of dollars to build a bunker. Like most people, not a lot of disposable income with lots of kids, so you do what you can. The house we bought came with like a cellar bunker, tornado shelter type thing. So we're trying to modify it to be prepared. But all I'm really trying to be prepared for, Brian, is a grid down situation. I don't know if the zombie apocalypse is coming. I don't know if war is coming. I don't know what's coming. All I know is that when the power goes out, whether you're in Tennessee or New York City, life changes. Within 48 hours, the whole world's different. Within 96 hours, we can't even predict what the world would look like.
Hey, and that's interesting. That's very interesting. He said he's trying to prepare for when the power goes off. Well, that's prophesied in the Bible that the power is going to go off. Your city's not going to have no water, not going to have lights. You know, they have these weapons that could cause, that they're called EMP, you know, which is electronic magnetic pulse, right? And what it does is it's like a nuclear missile, but it kind of like explodes or detonates in the air. It don't necessarily like hit the ground or get close. It's like high altitude, and it explodes, and then what it does is it takes out the electrical grid, you know. So that's kind of interesting that he says that, you know, these Edomites, they know what's coming, you know, because they're gonna be behind this shit, behind the war. So they know that grid's gonna be taken down, and what it's causing is you know, the ones that got the money to do so, to buy these bunkers, or like he said, modified bunkers, to try to get prepared. And this is in the Bible.
What our society would look like. So where are you going to get food? Where are you going to get water? Where are you going to get power? How are you going to get it off the island of Manhattan if you want to get off? Or how are you going to go get to your family and friends? Do you have gas?
See, Matthew 6 says, don't worry about water. Don't worry about food. That's for the elect that's following the Lord. You know, in 2nd Esdras 15, it says that pretty much you should not be able to, roughly paraphrasing, enter into the cities or leave the cities, just roughly paraphrasing, you know what I mean? Because of the pride, you know, because of the fighting, the wars over food, bread, shelter, all these things that he's naming that's coming. So all this stuff that he's saying is like Bible prophecy. Let's let it play a little bit longer.
Celine, like, to me, it's more just a mindset of having the essentials for 5, 6, 7 days, and then if the grid's really down, well, then maybe only the billionaires survive at that point.
It's funny, growing up, my grandparents had a bomb shelter, and it was really fun to play in it. I never knew that it would be like a serious thing.
See, they saying it's a serious thing.
Areas.
Real life.
Let's get to something a little more fun. It seems that President Trump is going to be doing a fundraising.
Okay, enough on that. Okay, this is in Revelations chapter 6. Now remember all those things he was saying. This is verse 12. And behold, when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, you know, because they say, you know, when the missiles come down, they're not only going to take down the grid, which is going to make it super pitch black dark at nighttime when you don't have electricity or lights or street lights and stuff like that on. And then at the same time, from those missiles, all the debris and ash and the clouds, the mushroom clouds and all those things are going to go up into the sky, right? And it's going to block out the sun, right? Now watch this. It says, and the stars of heaven fell into earth. So when it says the stars of heaven fall into earth, you know, with our knowledge today, we only have two possible. Okay, so yeah, we only have two possible outcomes. What could cause that? And you know, it could be meteors, right? That's coming, that look like stars, right? Because they're coming from space and they're hitting down and they're destroying places. You see that in that movie Greenland. Or it could be nuclear missiles, right? Because they have the fire trail. You know, they go up into the sky. They look like stars, sprinkling stars until they come down and hit their target, right? And now let's keep going. It says, as a fig tree casts her untimely figs, and when she is shaken of a mighty wind, the heavens departed as a scroll when there's rolled together. So we know that comes. We seen that with the bombs that was dropped on Japan. So we know that comes with war. You know, with these nuclear missiles, what goes up is what they call a mushroom cloud. But you know, in the Bible it says, as the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out their places, and the kings of the, and see, that's the key to let you know what it is, because this paired with Revelations 19, starting at verse 19, it says the armies of the earth is going to fight against the Lord when he comes back, the one that sits on the horse. So it's letting you know that this destruction is going to come by fire and brimstone. But what exactly is the fire and brimstone? That's going to come by war. World War III, that's the nuclear missiles, right? So it says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, which is called what today? We call them bunkers, right? Because you put your bunker in the mountains, you know what I mean? You might put it in your backyard, you might put it underground, in your basement, you know what I mean? It says, it said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, because the world's going to know that it's the Lord that's destroying America, that's destroying Russia, destroying China, that's destroying these different superpowers in different places on earth to set up his kingdom, right? And then they're going to know all of this destruction is happening because of the Lord is angry. So then that's going to make them say, look, they're going to try to run in bonkers to try to survive. And some of them going to get in bonkers and some is going to survive. But the Lord's kingdom is going to be set up on earth after that, right? Verse 17 says, for the great day of wrath is come, and who should be able to stand? Because even if they do survive, you know, well, they got to come out at some point in time. And then they're going to have to get in a position and get their punishment, right? You can't escape punishment. Even if you survive the nuclear missiles, you're going to be punished because the Lord's going to be here on earth, running earth, right, with the Israelites. So let's keep going. This is always one I like because a lot of people don't know this one right here. This is always one I keep in the tuck myself. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 7. I want to start at verse 42, right? He says, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory does abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, right? And that's what we saying today. Like, it's so much more than living in the rat race to the top in America, Mystery Babylon, where it's pretty much every man for themselves just battling for wealth, right? It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. So that's a prophecy that he's saying, look, the day of doom is going to be the end of this time. So what that makes you? A prophet of doom. But what did he say in that video? He said, he mentioned doomsday. He was trying to prepare for doomsday. I remember I was at a camp and I told a brother and I brung up about like the prophets of doom. He was like, so prophets of doom? I was like, what are you talking about? Like, but he wasn't on that level. It was too deep. He didn't know what the hell I was talking about. So that's why I say I like this one, because this one, like, I kind of keep him in my sleeve, right? But it says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to this is all prophecy, right? Wherefore, wherein corruption is past. So if I'm prophesying that a day of doom is, that doomsday is coming, which that's what we're doing, that makes us prophets of doom. We're prophesying of the doom day to come. Verse 24. Entreprenance is at the end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that has gotten the victory. And see, that's what the kingdom is for. Because we're going to be let free, and no man's going to be able to oppress us. But the ones that have the judgment come in to be destroyed, no man's going to be able to save them. And this is perfect. It goes along with Obadiah chapter 1, because, you know, a lot of our people want to save the white man. They want to save Esau. But no man is going to be able to save him from the prophecy in Obadiah chapter 1, which is a prophecy of doom for Esau, you know. So no man is going to be able to save him, no matter how much you love them, no matter how nice they are to you, how much you want to be friends with them. You're not going to be able to save them, man. And they're going to be destroyed for the things they did, you know. So I just thought it was interesting, just so you could see, like, and that was on news. So they're talking about it on news of like getting bunkers, and they putting those message out there, like pretty much telling you, hey, you better get a bunker. This is getting serious, something's coming. And we telling you that too, but we're not telling you necessarily to get a bunker. We're telling you, hey, get right with the Lord so you could be saved. So you could be a part of the where it says nor to oppress him that has gotten the victory. You want to get the victory over death. You know what I mean? You want to have salvation from the Lord. So with that, I'm going to say salvation to the elect.